everyone, my name is Tori, this is No Life, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have some romances with absolute amazing banter. So when I pick up a romance book and it has amazing banter, it just makes the reading experience so much better. So I absolutely love reading these because I just feel like it gives the dynamic of the romance just this extra oomph, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Before we dive into the romance recommendations, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is Megan Quinn. Megan Quinn sent me The Way I Hate Him, which is her new release in August. Megan Quinn wrote one of my favorite books of the year, and I feel like Megan Quinn does it so freaking well. So this book has A+ banter. It is a small town romance. It is enemies to lovers because he is her brother's enemy, which is, oh my God, makes it so much better. It's a rock star romance, age gap, dual POV, and he's a dirty talking main male character. Get out of here. If this isn't like the perfect book for me, I don't know what is. It is thick. It is almost 500 pages, and I cannot wait to dive in. So I just got this paperback, and I am planning to get the audiobook because I'm pretty sure it's dual narration, which is one of my favorite types of audiobooks, and Megan Quinn has started to do that with some of her books. So I cannot wait to read this book, but it sounds so freaking amazing. It's literally like all the things that I love in a book all put together. So I cannot wait to read this. Megan Quinn does banter so well, and I cannot wait for all of the highlighted moments. But thank you so much to Megan Quinn for sponsoring this video. I figured doing amazing banter romances because she is the queen of that. But with all that being said, let's just go ahead and jump in because I have a decent list. The first one I'm going to mention is Heartless by Elsie Silver. Along with Megan Quinn, Elsie Silver does banter so well, but it's different. They have their own way of writing it, and I have read almost all of Elsie Silver's backlist, and let me tell you, you're not going to be disappointed with the banter. My favorites are Heartless, because I've tabbed it up, I've read it twice already, and Reckless. Both of these books have amazing banter, but I feel like Willie and Cade, because they are so opposites, he is so grumpy and she is just this ball of sunshine. It also makes it 10 times better for some reason. I don't know what it was. I don't know the way that she wrote it, but also the banter between Willa and Luke, which is Cade's son. So this is single dad, small town romance. Like I said, grumpy sunshine, slow burn, so steamy. The steamy scenes are spread throughout the book, but it is so steamy. I can't even tell you, I could probably open up to one of my tabs. This is when he's super jealous in the book, but it's just the gall, the absolute gall to complain that I smell like a man you shipped me off with. And then he's keep talking like that and I'm gonna fuck the filth right out of your pretty mouth. The banter between them at any point in time in this book is so good and I love it. So if you are looking for that single dad, slow burn, small town romance, forced proximity, she's the nanny for his son, pick up this book if you haven't already. Come on. Of course, I want to mention Right Man, Right Time by Megan Quinn because that is one of my favorite books of this year. I absolutely loved it. The banter between the characters. This one's age gap, so there is a decent amount of age gap. She's still in college. He's in the NHL, so it's hockey, romance, sports. When I was listening to this book, I was laughing out loud at the way the narrators portrayed the banter in the book. Because when you're, listening to an audiobook, you're trusting the narrators to portray all the emotions and everything like that. The banter is amazing. The banter is A+ in my mind, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I think that the chemistry between the characters, while it is a pretty long book, the chemistry between the characters is so good and so well done, where it's just one of those things where this book snuck up on me and became one of my favorites, and I cannot stop thinking about it. I literally can't stop thinking about this book. I go back randomly and think about it because the banter is so amazing. The next book I want to talk about is one that I read last year, and it was a favorite of last year, and that's The Hookup by Kristen Callahan. So yes, this is another sports romance, college, new adult. He's on the college football team. It's one of those things with the banter between these two characters is she's trying to push him away so much, but she is so quick-witted, and he has all of these cocky ass comebacks, and he's literally just trying to get her to talk to him, pay him attention, and just give him an ounce of attention. It's so good. It's he's pining after her constantly in this book because she's I don't do athletes, I need to focus on school and blah 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 blah, and he's yes, I understand that, but I'm into you and I know that you're the one for me. After one night, he's I know it. It's just, I know what it is. And their banter back and forth is also really good. And it makes for an enjoyable read. And I keep saying that, but sometimes the banter can make or break a book. Like sometimes authors try to do in specifically rom-coms banter, and it just doesn't translate that well. But in every single one of these romances I'm going to talk about, the banter makes it so much better. And there either is like an unrequited love thing, enemies to lovers with a lot of these books, and I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad, and I love it. I love it. I love this book. I know it's old, but if you haven't read this book, go back and read it because so good. The next book I have is literally the book that got me hooked on this author, and that's Nikki Castle. But 5 Rounds is an enemies to lovers, MMA romance, forced proximity, roommates romance where they go at it. Like this is, I wouldn't even say this is enemies to lovers. This is hate to love. Like they go at it so hard that you're like, are they really supposed to fall in love with each other? But you feel like you find out that hate is like this internal, like, I hate that I'm attracted to them. It's on both sides. Tristan and Remy are 2 people that just, they can go at it like a flip of a switch, and they're just like 2 dogs that just cannot stop and won't back down from each other. And I loved it. The enemies to lovers is one of those, it's not even enemies to lovers. The hate to love in this book is so prevalent that you're like I said, you're like, is this really, are they really going to love each other? But you see that once the 10 days that they are forced together, they're forced together in the same house or like same apartment for 10 days because Remy needs a place to stay. And in those 10 days, all of the walls that they built up over the years and that they've used is kind of like this, like, don't come near me kind of a thing. I don't like you because I'm so attracted to you, like slowly starts to fall down, and they go at it. First, it's obviously a sexual relationship, but then it turns into this very, very beautiful romance. And Tristan really does let it down his walls a lot more. And Remy didn't know that there was that other side of him. And it was beautiful. And it made me fall in love with Nikki Castle's writing. In love. Another book that I have to mention is Kiss the Sky by Becca and Krista Ritchie. So Rose and Connor in this series, the Calloway Sisters series, have this very interesting dynamic with their friendship. Well, it's not even a friendship. It's like this acquaintanceship that turns into a little bit of a friendship, and then it turns into like a romance. So Connor and Rose are equal in every way, which is one of the reasons why I appreciate their relationship. They're equal in the sense of like how smart they are, how they think, how their aspirations are in life, where they want to go in life. Like they just have they have a lot of similar qualities in the way that they think and things and goals that they want to achieve. And it's one of those things where Rose, like, you don't always find that with characters where they're equal in that way. They both have a shit ton of money, so that's like not a thing. They're both like basically billionaires, and they're trying to like start up everything. They're in college, and Rose kind of has this thing where she constantly wants to push Connor away, but Connor's like, no, like, we're gonna make this work. I don't care if it's in a year or 10 years, like, I'm gonna wait for you kind of a thing. And their banter, because they have this really like quick-witted, intelligent banter that is constant, like rapid fire in this book. And it's one of the reasons why I love them as a couple so much. They're not my favorite couple, but they're like 5 points below Reich and Daisy in this series, but I have this great appreciation for them because they are so equal. They have the same aspirations, they have the same goals, and the banter is just absolutely amazing. So if you haven't read the Calloway Sisters series, you can definitely pick it up without reading the Addicted series. Of course, there is a way to read them, but I personally think you can jump into the Calloway Sisters series. You're not really going to miss anything because it starts off with like a new section in all of their lives. So highly recommend this one if you haven't read it already. Another favorite of mine is Always Only You by Chloe Leese. This is my favorite book in the Bergman Brothers series to date. I absolutely love it. Ren and Frankie are 2 characters that their banter is like cute and like quick witty, and it's flirting. They use their banter obviously as flirting, and they both know that it's not because like they're picking at each other. I mean, kind of is. But Ren has autism and rheumatoid arthritis, and she is like the PR social media person for the hockey team that Ren plays on. If you're looking for a cinnamon roll hero, you have to read Ren. Ren Bergman is the definition of a cinnamon roll hero, and he actually made me appreciate cinnamon roll heroes because they weren't always my favorite. I love a morally gray, villain, anti-hero person, but on the opposite side, Ren Bergman, like, he could get it. He could get it as well. I love him. I adore him. I love him and Frankie. All the things that he does for Frankie, all the things that Frankie does for Ren, I absolutely love it. All the things that Frankie does for their family, and she is like has her own wit as Frankie. Like, there's no other female character that I've read that compares to Frankie with her wit, and I think that's what makes it so amazing. But then you have Ren that like he's like, but I like you. Like, what's going on? So he just takes it. He is so adorable. Frankie's a badass. I love her. Banter. This book changed my life. I've said it a lot, but this book changed my life. Love it. Absolutely love it. If you haven't read this series, the whole series, go and read it, but you can read them all as standalones. But those are all of my romance recommendations I have to share with you that have A+ banter. Once again, I want to thank the sponsor of this video, and that is Megan Quinn. I cannot wait to read this rockstar romance. I hope that everyone goes picks it up because it's a new release, and I think that everyone's gonna really enjoy it. I have heard great things about this book already. There's been ARC readers that have been talking about it, so definitely go pick it up. Like I said, slow burn, amazing banter. Megan Quinn does that amazingly. That is all I have for this video. Drop me the sparkle emoji, like the little sparkle emoji, just because I like that, or the lipstick emoji. I don't know, drop whatever emoji, your favorite underrated emoji. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content from me. As always, I hope you're living a novel life, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.